however you want to call it. You know what I mean? I think it's around about going on about 12 o'clock. Let me put my microphone on real quick so y'all can hear me. You gonna hear me? Let me go ahead and put this on. Put this on real quick. All right. Let's go ahead and juice up the mic. Okay. Let's see here. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. See if y'all can hear me out there. Okay. Now, I'm gonna cut it short today. You know, it's not gonna be a long, like an hour long, lot. Just because I have a lot of things to do, like cutting the grass. Boss man, what's going on? Yeah, man. So I gotta cut the grass. I gotta finish my 84-volt battery. I'm gonna try to do that today and tomorrow. I made some mistakes on the measurements. I think I made the battery a little too long for my frame, so I'm gonna have to take it to Roy House and get the, get it right so it actually can fit, Okay. So I messed up, man. So I don't know if y'all saw my video that I upload. What's going on? Yep, it is Saturday. So hey, no problem, man. So today's live session is that I really messed up. Have y'all seen the video I just uploaded with the 60-volt battery, which is right here on my daughter's e-bike? So we converted from a 40-volt to 60-volt. Okay, have y'all seen that video yet? Oh, said the nut came off. Oh man. Woo. Oh shoot, yeah, man. It's yeah, that would be scary right there. Well, anyways, from experience, I should have known better. I really should have known better when I was doing a 40-volt to 60 volts. So the battery still works, but it's not working efficiently. So what happened was, yeah. So what happened was, y'all, what's up, Grissom? Is that I have one of these. So usually when I should have checked all the cells on the Ant BMS, all the cells was reading great at 4, I think it was like 4 volts. The new ones I put in was 3.9. I should have put those cells on a charger to equalize them up, so that way it can match up to the rest of the corresponding cells. But me thinking that this BMS it's a balancer. Don't get me wrong. Its smart balancer is on right now, but it's only running at maybe a quarter of an amp. I mean, you know how long it's going to take, if even these cells to balance themselves out. It's going to take almost a month for these cells to balance out. So what I have to do to fix this, I have to cut away half of my battery where cells 14, 15, and 16 is at. And then I have to manually charge those cells at least at 4 volts, because that's where the rest of them is at. So I'm gonna show you some of the Ant BMS. So I have my tablet out, and we're gonna go to Ant BMS. Let's go ahead and cancel it. Okay, so we got right here. So this is Kalani's BMS. Okay, so we're connected. Now what's going on, I don't know if y'all can see that, probably too much light, but what's going on is that we have a cell difference of 0.468 volts. Now the reason why we have that is because cell 14, 15, and 16 is at almost 3 volts. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's crazy. Dang, man, that's crazy. Yeah, especially Axel. What's going to start sending? What's going on? Yeah, man. So we got a we have a battery problem. It's not really BMS related, but to get these cells up there, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's so white. Let me darken this down. Maybe let me see here. Oh, it is. Yeesh. Oh my God. Let me see. Can y'all see that? The screen is so white. Let me see. Yeah, you can't even see that. Okay, how about that? Okay, how about now? All right, here we go. So I had to darken the screen that. So you see that cells 14, 15, and 16, it's at 3 volts. And then the rest of them's at 4 volts. So that's what happened. I didn't charge those cells up to equalize the volt. Now that was my dumb mistake. I should have known better. So now I'm gonna have to cut away this. I'm gonna have to fix it. Well, no, you're supposed to, when you're building a new pack, you're supposed to check each cell, make sure, they're in a, corresponding voltage, but I didn't do that. I thought the BMS was gonna balance these cells out, but man, look at this. It's only pulling 12 watts of power. I mean, not even an amp, not even half an amp. That'll take to balance, cell 14, 15, and 16 out, which is at 3.6 volts. The one down here was at 3.6, but it went to 3.59. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn the auto balance off. We're just gonna turn that off right quick, okay? Cause it's not doing nothing. It's not, maybe let me see. Oh. Yeah, I know. It's because I'm using my front facing camera on my phone. So so everything is like this. Everything is all backwards and everything. What's going on? Focus the goat. So I gotta figure out how to make everything vice versa. But it looks no, you can't turn on the balancer. No, this is a BMS. So that's way different from an active balancer. So an active balancer, it's going to charge. It's going to charge everything. And so even if the deviation is 0.4 or 0.5 off, it's going to balance. So I noticed that the BMS, the amp BMS, it does do balancing, but man, it's like very small. I'm talking about very small amps. I'm like almost milliamps. I mean, like not even half an amp, and you got to think the deviation on this is way off. So it's going to take almost months for this battery to balance itself out. So we're going to mainly charge those 3 cells. So I came up with an idea or a contraction, and we're going to do this on live session right quick. We ain't even going to mess around. You know what I mean? No, these were brand new. Everything was brand new. I just added brand new cells. So the cells usually come at 3.5 volts. I just added them in there thinking that the BMS was going to take care of that stuff, but it didn't. So it works. It works and everything. That's why y'all saw the BMS when I opened the app. Everything is cool, but it's not. We need all the voltage. So it's charging up at 65 volts. We need 67.2. So we need to bring these cells up. Now, I don't want to destroy this battery pack, I built. So I'm going to try to cut this section right here, and maybe we can get some alligator clips. And we need to charge one at a time. So I do have some alligator clips. Let me see here. So I have some white ones and I have some black ones. So I have some white ones and I have some black ones. And we're going to attach those to the plus minus. So we're going to have our black alligator clip on the minus. We're going to have our white on the plus. And we're going to hook it up to our battery charger, which is right here. So this is a little battery charger I'm going to have. But I rigged up a contraction that we're going to put in here so we can charge it up. So we're going to go ahead and plug that in. And y'all can learn this stuff too, man. Y'all don't have to, if y'all run into this type of dilemma too as well. So we're gonna do operation on my daughter's 60 volt battery. So I mean, it took a minute, man, to get this. I think cells 13, 14, and 15 is be right in here. Now there's no BMSs, there's no BMS wires or balance wires in the way of this side right here, I believe. But we're gonna cut it open. I hate doing that because I made this perfect, guys. Oh yeah, so e-bike jumper cable. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. So yeah, so my the rest of my cells is coming. Yeah, Yeah, that's all right. I like that. I like that. E-bike jumper cables. That's what we've been doing. We're gonna jump start this bitch. Oh, all right. So cells 13, 14, no, 14, 15, and 16. Now let's see if it works. Now I hope it works. Should work, but man, I hate doing this, man. I had to cut all this open. I'm gonna try to save this part to patch it up. So we're gonna save that part, and we're just gonna get just enough to expose the positive and negative, so we can latch on to it. Okay, so we can latch on to that. All right. So I'm just trying to expose the positive and electric. I mean the positive and the negative terminals on the battery, so that way when we, like I say, I think I stopped the auto balance feature, so we don't need that no more. So we're going to just go ahead and cut her open. These some cheap cells too. I mean, you know, very cheap. I mean, but they have good capacity. I forgot what they call sun volt or something like that. All right. So I think I got most of it exposed. I might can clip on that, and then let me see. So we have this and this. So 13, 14, 15, and 16 is that way we're going to. So we're going to do 13 first. Okay. So we're going to put that right there. And we're going to get our charger started. And then I'm going to open the app, so that way y'all can actually see that. So we're going to get our negative hooked up right quick. And I made this foam. So this, what's up, Rome? Oh, damn, this man, oh yeah, okay, got a Tesla pack, nice. All right, so, all right, let's see if this works. So we're gonna just do a demonstration first. Okay, make sure we have contact on our. Okay, now what we're gonna do now is get a cell. We're gonna grab a Samsung cell, and we're gonna see if it works right quick. So we got our two alligator clips. Okay, and it's not working. That's why I said now. Let's make sure we got a good contact right here. Make sure we got good contact, because we don't want to. It keeps coming off. That might not work. Hold on. We might have to. The foam, it wants to jump out. So it wants to jump out, so we don't have no contact. Damn it. I'm thinking that this alligator clip right here is messed up. Let me see. It should have worked. Ouch. Yeah, it should have worked. So 3 amp max. Let me get this back on here. Oh, hold on. Come on. Let me see. I might have to get another alligator clip. I think this one's kind of messed up. Let me see. Oh boy. Okay. Hold on, guys. I was thinking of getting a stick or something and try to do this. Oh, that's why it's not even me. Yeah, it's not even getting in contact. So I got an idea. I got another idea. So I'm gonna do a nickel strip. What's that? So I'm gonna get a piece of nickel strip, and I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it just enough so that this can latch on. Okay, so that's what I should have did. So that way, let me see here. All right. All right, now let me latch on to the nickel strip. Dang, man, appreciate that, Focus the Goat. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to get this so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I have, let me see here. Oh, okay, it works. So we have, it actually works. So this is my contraction I got right here. So I have a piece of foam and I have a nickel strip on the back. So on the back, hold on, let me see. Let me get this foam. Let me get this right here. So on the back, I have a piece of nickel strip for our positive. And then on this side, we have a alligator clip on our negative. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now what we're gonna do is try to hook this up to cell number 13. So we're gonna try to hook that up just the best way we can. And then we're gonna have our negative and let's see here. Come on. Y'all, you were just working. Yeah, it was just working not too long ago. Hold on 1 minute. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Mar Demon X? Man, sure, I'm trying to get this during, see if we can get our battery charge up. So I have a positive right here, and we're gonna have a negative right here. And we're gonna try to, so it's not working like I want to. Dang it. So I thought that was gonna work. So I guess it's not working. Let me see. Make sure we got, this is gonna be bad if I can't get it to work. Okay, so we ain't got no contact. So let's see here. That's the hardest thing right here is actually get this to work. I don't know if it was from, hold on. Dang, guys. I got the idea. I got the idea and everything. It's just that it gotta be put in play. That's all it is. We got to, okay. All right, let's try this again. Okay. All right. So it is working. So we're going to carefully put it on our negative, and then we'll carefully put this. Let's see here. All right, it's working. Hold on. Now we got it working. Barely. Okay, we got it working. Let me show you what we got going on. So as y'all see, let's see here. Right there, we got it's at 3.7. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to check our BMS. Okay, so we're gonna open our BMS up. All right, so let's get out of here. So we're gonna go ahead and hold on, make sure y'all can see this. All right, let's put this over side. So we're gonna go ahead and open our BMS up, and I know everything's backwards. Everything is freaking backwards on this thing. So we are connected. So right now it's at 79%. And let's look at cell number, what's that? Cell number 13, 14. So let's look at cell number 14. So cell number 14 is at 3.6 now it's at 6.28. and that's what we're looking at right now. And cell number 14. So cell number 14, 15, and 16. So we're hold on 1 minute. Are we on? No, we're not. Hold on, guys. So we was not on. Let me go back. Let me go back right quick. It said it was connected. All right, now we on. Okay, now let's turn auto balance off. We're gonna turn that off. Okay, now we're gonna go back to state. Let's see here. Okay, 63.7. It is running, so that's a good thing. So we are running. Okay, so it increased. So it is at we did see an increase on cell number 14 at 3.629 volts. So we did see an increase. So it is charging. So it is charging. The charger is reading cell at 3.78. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to fix this before my batteries come in, because I'm going to be focused on building that battery all day. It's going to take me all day today. And tomorrow I'm going to take some breaks as we go ahead and I got to clean the yard. I got to mow. I can't mow the grass because y'all seen on my live session that one of my tie rod ends had broke. And that's caused me not to, steer the tractor and everything and I can't, back up and go for it. So I ordered me some more tie rod ends. They won't be until Sunday. So what we're going to be doing for the time being is that we're going to be focused on fixing this 60-volt battery for my daughter. We're going to fix that up. Also, we're going to be fixing my batteries too. So I'm gonna try to have that done by Monday. If not, because Monday is my work days. I got 2 bills to do downstairs. I got a Ehora bike to start doing. It's the motor parts is coming next week. This week coming up, I believe. And then we're gonna be doing a Tommy Bike Junior Pro for a customer. His stuff has came in, so I got the frame painted. All I have to do is just put everything together. I do have his wire harness. Everything's ready to go. Just waiting on some few odds and ends to get here. And but that's about it. I wish I can charge all 3 of these at the same time, but that'll have to be, I don't know how I can even do that. But we're gonna go ahead and just charge. We're charging cell number 14. Now, once it get to 4 volts, then we're gonna go ahead and start charging cell number 15 and then number 16, guys. So that's what we're doing today. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. That really put a whole different perspective on BMSs and stuff. You know what I mean? Now I know, BMSs. A lot of people that was telling me about, BMS balance. Well, yeah, they do balance, but if it's way off like that, like my daughter's on is, it's gonna be you're gonna be old. You're gonna be very old before that. And I'm just exaggerating, guys, but it's gonna take a long time to balance that cell out with the BMS, because those BMSs, they don't put a lot of amps like a active balancer does. And I did made a video between an active balancer and a BMS. So when you monitoring your cells and stuff like that, and your own BMS, you monitor your cells, that's when you can just get an active balancer. But before you get an active balancer, you have to make sure you build a pack that's going to handle more than what your controllers ask for. So if you got a 200 or 300 amp controller, you like to build that battery to handle like 450 amps or 400 amps, something over what you're asking for. That way the batteries can run cooler. And then therefore you can pretty much max your controller out and then you can just maintain your cells, you know, like for instance, you know, like the active balance and everything. BMS is like one of those set it forget it type deals where when you put it on, and if your cells is all in the same voltage, basically, then it's a set it forget it. You don't have to worry about it no more. You can take a glance at the Ant BMS, check your cell voltage, see if anything's popped up on the protect info. And that's about it. If everything's good to go, then it's good to go. Like I said, this battery was working already. It was working, but it's not working to its full potential. Just because I added these 3 cells in, and I didn't charge them. And like I say, mistakes, you know, I should have thought about this when I was looking at other YouTubers' videos about these active balances and BMSs. I should have did that. I was in a hurry. I wanted my daughter to ride her bike, and before she got home, and okay, I said, well, hell, these at 3 volts. Maybe after a day or two, it will be completely balanced. Everything be fine. It's been almost, you know, let's just say a couple of days, you know what I'm saying? So 3 or 4 days passed by, this battery been already been built, but nothing. So it was it was still the same voltage no matter if I charge it, if I decharge it, discharge it, whatever. The voltage was staying the same. I was looking at it, I was like, dang, this active balance only putting out 12 watts of power. 12 watts, that's almost, I mean, it's enough to make a radio turn a loudspeaker up, but I mean, it's not enough far as e-bike goes. It wasn't enough to actually balance these cells out. So that's what I'm actually doing right now. So it's at 3.79 volts. We're still charged. So we're charging this group up, and then now this doesn't have a cutoff, so it cuts off at 4.2. We're not going to try to go all the way up to 4.2. What's up? What's up? Yo, chat. What do you mean? What's going on, Lee? So actually, Lee is a customer that has an e-horror down there that we're waiting on a motor kit to come in, and that's going to be a beast. That's going to be a beast of an e-bike. So it's going to have like Tommy Bike Pro, Junior Pro specs on that bike right there. So I am super stoked to so hold on. I understand you saying the chance of viewers, but I mean, the last chat I got is from that the app on the screen on my phone is backwards. Let me see. Yeah, so yeah, you're the only one that yeah, so sometimes the phone, it has it the right way, and then sometimes it don't have the right way. I mean, I just don't know. I maybe have to buy better equipment. I need to get some sort of a camera that does live, and I can actually can you know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, right now I'm fixing this bad right here, so you know, then just hoping that everything's be fine and dandy with this battery. So I'm having it charged up, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I'm saying about these BMSs and stuff like that, man. You know, all the cells got to be. I mean, when you put these battery packs together, and I've seen it on YouTube. I see a lot of things on YouTube where, you know, people on YouTube where they got these, they check the cell voltages and everything. And I was just a little lazy, or what? Not really lazy, but just in a hurry. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, Star Citizen. Yeah, man. I wasn't even going to do a live this morning, but I just wanted to show you what I was doing, so that way y'all can do something like this too, and y'all won't be afraid, you know. Oh yeah, I get to keep them fun photos. Yeah, most of the e-bikes that I get from reviews, I get to keep them. I never had one that I had to send back. And to be honest, I don't care about. One thing about me, hold on 1 minute. Let me see what you're saying, Madim, next. Oh, so your problem is that you having a controller that was on a phone that was previously connected to that controller, and do you have a new phone that you're trying to connect with that controller? So I had the problem like that too. So what happened is, it's not the controller, it's the app. So if the app finds that controller is registered to your phone, it will not let you do anything to make changes. So what you have to do, yes, you have to press the brake 20 times, okay? And then it will go into hard shutdown, and then you unplug the sensor and plug it back in, the whole sensor, and then it will like make it go faster, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, but yeah, once you go into like a force reset, once you go into a forced reset, then you can re-register your phone, your new phone, to that controller. I had that same problem. What I'm saying is, I had a Galaxy phone. It was in like an S20. It was an S22, and I recently traded that in for an S24. So what happened was, when I tried to make changes in my phone to my controller, yeah. So yeah, when I made changes to my phone with my control with my new phone, it told me that I wasn't the owner. Actually, it told me that the registered owner was the Gmail address which I have on my phone. I was like, okay, and it told me, you know, saying to press the brake 20 times. I pressed the brake 20 times, and then it had the little circle, like a circle with the lines going, like a progressive circle. And then it, you know, it tells you to unplug the whole sensor, plug it back in, and once you do that, that circle will actually fill up, and then it will go into a reset, and then you should be able to register that control with your phone, your new phone. So yeah, so let's check the app on the BMS right quick, see what we have. It's showing 3.79 volts on my charger. Okay, so it just went up. So cell number 14, it is at 3.631, so it is charging. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so it is charging. It's going to be a little slow. I would say about an hour. I would say about 3 o'clock. It should be balanced out to where it'll hit up to about 4 volts, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get it to about 4 volts right quick, y'all. Anyways, we're gonna be doing some e-bike rides today. We're gonna try to get this up to voltage. We're gonna try to do an e-bike ride today. So we're gonna we got my son's bike charging up. E-bike mom, well, e-bike woman's gonna be trying to ride. All my family basically. So I'm gonna try to do a live session, us riding a bike. Yeah, I'm gonna try to record it right. I'm gonna have my microphone on. I'm gonna have my microphone on me, but I'm gonna wrap it up in some wind, like a foam, so that way y'all won't get all the wind noise. So I'm trying to do that. And I'm gonna try to have, so the thing is with these phones is that they don't have good image stabilization in it. So, you know, it's going to be jumpy. So what I'm going to have to do, either I'm going to have to wear it on my chest, but I want to see y'all comment. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. I don't want to look like an idiot either. Try to rig up some contraction to where I can see y'all comments and see the road at the same time. I might figure out something. I can use my GoPro strap, and maybe I can hold it by the phone, because if I put it on the phone holder on my bike and then I go down bumpy roads, it's going to be like the video is going to be all over the place. So I don't want y'all to get sick down at the house. So definitely don't want y'all to get sick. But anyways, so what I'm gonna do, okay, like I said, I was gonna, oh, look up wrist mount. I don't know. You gotta send me the link on that. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to go downstairs, make sure everything's good with the e-bikes and stuff. I think I need to put mine on the charger. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So I think I need to put my bike on the charger, and I need to make sure Jacoy's is on the charger. But that takes two hands. So I don't have two hands. You know, so when I got my phone and everything. But yeah, guys. Are y'all? I mean, is anybody planning on riding e-bikes this weekend? I mean, or y'all doing something else like with family, friends? You know, you see what I'm doing. I'm just, you know, I really don't want to. On the weekends, I really don't want to do, you know, e-bike related stuff. And as far as fixing goes, I just be wanting to relax, man. Because Monday through Friday, I be busy. You know, some e-bikes and batteries and stuff. So I just want to just take my time and spend time with family. But, you know, something like this, you know, when I've got to get my kids up. Okay, all right, fun photos. Yeah, it is. So it's a beautiful day. I don't know, Lee. We've been having a lot of rain, bro. We've been having a lot of rain out here, man. Like, you know, it's been really drought, like wet, damp out there, you know. But hopefully it rains, because I see the sun kind of faded away. And that's another thing. So when the sun fades away in this house, we have no solar power. Yeah, man. Hey, did anybody else realize it was kind of cool this morning? In Florida. Now, if y'all in Florida now, I walked outside this morning and went out to dump the trash. And I noticed it was a little bit cooler than it was yesterday. So I don't know if anybody noticed that though. I was like, dang. Oh, speaking of that, where's my? Okay, my son got my damn jacket. No, he gonna bring that back. He gonna bring that jacket back. There it sure is. That's my jacket? Nope. My pants. Yeah. So I have two jackets back here that's Nike. And I don't wear my new clothes. The only time, yeah, it is. It's getting close to winter. Yeah. Oh yeah. You updated the speed controller, put code in, still cannot reach 28 miles an hour. So it depends on what kind of battery you have and how much power your controller is putting out. So I want to talk to y'all about that. You know what I'm saying, about power and you know going fast and everything. So one of my customers, they just called the e-bike bug, and they're not satisfied on 48 volts no more. And you know who you are, and that's the reason why I'm building the one up to 72 volts, because I mean, let's just face it. Let's just face it. 48 volts, man. It's for like. It's old school now, man. I mean, 2025, we got e-bike companies going 52 now, 52, 60, 72, even 80 volts now. You got the Onyx e-bike now is running on 80 volts now. You know, it just, you know, it's a lot of guys, a lot of us out there that just want that speed. They want that power. They want to feel the adrenaline rush and the acceleration. So a lot of companies now, you like Onyx, Wire Freedom, Goat Power Bikes, you know. You order the Onyx? Come on, League, man, that's too many e-bikes. Man, this man got so many e-bikes out there. That doesn't make. So are you gonna run it against your the e-horror you got down here now? So so that the speed you're trying to get out of a 2,000 watt motor, now 72 if you run it low amps. So if you run it you know, that around about 45 amps, I would say, on 72 volts, you should be getting maybe about up in the 50s, over 40 miles an hour, I can tell you that. But as long as you don't put a lot of current to those motors, they're not going to run as hot, you know. Hey, 330 Mitch, what's going on, man? Okay, so we're gonna have some videos. Lee just ordered him an Onyx. Did you order the 80 volt version, or did you get the just the regular one?
Still alive?
Okay, yeah, I'm alive. What's up? So, you know, I got my son. He be playing video games and stuff like that, and you know. So hey Lee, I'm gonna tell you what. Go ahead and get the Onyx. You're gonna race him then. How about that?
It's definitely gonna be a good race.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're gonna race. You're gonna race the 72 volt, his 72 volt e-bike with your Onyx 80 volt, huh? And we got a long dirt road now. We can race dirt road. We can race road. That's right. You gonna get him a hit? You gonna play with him or what?
Nah, I ain't gonna play with him.
You got the weight advantage. Hey, listen though. Yeah, he is small. He's like, but you gotta think. You're 80 volt now, so you on 80 volt. So 330 Mitch. So this is what happened. This is my daughter's battery. Hey TJ, what's going on? Oh, what's up? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm alive, man. I'm alive, you know. You got the kids in the house, man, and so I had 60 volts. I messed up. It still works, but I got to bring these cells up. So cell 14, 15, 16, I got to bring up the voltage on those cells because the BMS is incapable of balancing those cells out. So I got to do it manually. That's what I'm doing right now. So I just tore just a little bit off. I still have the cover. So we still have the cover, and I'm gonna, you know, try to just patch it up. Hopefully I can order some heat shrink small enough to wrap this battery up, you know what I mean? So you won't be seeing the tape and everything right here. But that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm actually so it's charging at 250 milliamps, which is enough, I guess. I mean, the current, let me see. So it's 3.8 volts. Just give me a minute. I don't know if we can even change this. Oh yeah, okay. 500 milliamps, 200, 300, okay. All right. So anyways, so this one I'm trying to charge the cells up. We're gonna check out our app right quick, and then I'm gonna have to. Okay, so it's going up. So now we at 6.3. So you see at the bottom right there, 3.633. So it is charging up. So we're gonna keep going until we reach 4 volts, and then we're gonna switch it. So that's what we're gonna be doing. And then our last but not least is gonna be cell number 16, and we're gonna just charge that on up. I'm about to bend up. Oh yeah, I can charge that up. So yeah. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, man. Thank you, man. No problem. Yeah. No, there ain't no EV charging station. Yeah, they are, but I don't know about charging my bike up. Like I was saying, I want to try my battery. I might have to use 2 chargers. I don't know. I don't know how fast my bike will charge up at 30 amps, you know what I'm saying? But let me see. So the normal amps, let's find out right quick. So these are 14 amps. I'm thinking around about 60 amps. I think this thing can do. So let's get out of here. I do have an 80 amp BMS on it. Let me find a calculator. So let's clear it out. So we got 14, and there's 5 of these. So about 70 amps. So it's about around about 70 amps. Oh no, the battery I'm working on right now. This is a 70 amp battery, but my 120 amp hour battery be charging at 30 amps. I can charge at 30 amps. I might have to charge at 60. I don't know. Just because it's a huge battery. It's a very huge battery. As a matter of fact, the cells will be here today, so I'm gonna be working on it a little bit today. Probably build up. Let me see. So I already got 1/2 done. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4S. I'm gonna try to do half of it today. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to do half of it today, 6S, and then the other half tomorrow. It depends how fast I work with it, and less distractions that I'm gonna have. Right now I'm trying to work on this before those cells come. So if I can bring this up a little bit, around about 4 volts each, then I believe the BMS can kind of do its magic and start balancing out the cells. I just got to bring it closer to, because right now it's way low. I mean, 3.6 is too low for that balancer to this active this BMS to do its magic. But if this was on an active balancer, it would have charged it up. And by about an hour or so, all of them cells would have been balanced. Like for instance, let me see. Some of these batteries, sorry, clearing my throat. Now some of these batteries, like my son's battery just built, it don't even need, I got the active balancer on now, but it don't need it. Like it doesn't need it on. It doesn't need to balance it because it's built. I built it right. So right now it's not even on. So you see the equalizing. So the equalizer is not on, and it's already at 0.02 millivolts. I mean, so this is perfectly balanced. So this is a perfectly balanced battery. They may have to use it. Now it's still sitting at 80. I think it's 81 volts. So it's sitting at 81 volts. Well, man, if it was out of balance, all I have to do is flip that switch. If I flip that switch, the equalizing switch, it'll balance it out within about 30 minutes. You know what I mean? So right now we're saying like cell number 20 is high, and cell number 12 is low. But we talking about like very, very low. Like, I mean, like yeah. So it's so the active balancer, most like solar guys, you know, the off the grid people, they use the active balancer. Now how I found out about it, one of my subscribers Facebooked me and told me about it. Now the difference between the active balancer and the BMS is the BMS take care of the safety procedures for you. They taking care of the discharge amps, they take care of your charging amps, they take care of heating issues that you might have, and they make sure that it's charged up like it's supposed to. Once you program the BMS in, it will do everything for you. That's why I call them set it and forget it type deals. Active balancer, the advantage of the active balancer is that it's gonna charge. It's gonna. Let me get mine right quick. Hold on. Let me get mine. Now I did this on video one time. So this is my active balancer that's going to go on my 120 amp hour battery. Now this is a 10 amp balancer. Now this is big. Now this is way bigger than a BMS. But what's inside these is little capacitors, and what they does, it takes, and the BMS is doing the same thing, but it's on a very small scale. It's going to take energy from the high cell and charge the low cell. Just how I'm doing with this is I'm mainly charging the cells, but I'm actually doing it. This is jury rig stuff, but this is what an active balancer does. But it charges. You can charge these at 10 amps. The kids, they have active balancer in them, and they're charging at 4. So their active balancer charges and discharges at 4 amps to balance the cells. Now we're talking about hour or two. If it was way off, let's just say if it was off by 0.6, not by 1 volt, but by 0.678 volts or something like that, it'll take about 2 or 3 hours, depending on how powerful the active balancer is. It'll take about 2 or 3 hours to actually balance them cells down. And we're talking about like half the pack is charged at 4 volts, and half the pack you had them at 3.5. Like you just put some cells that was 50% in on cells that was 90% in. And what it's going to do, it'll take the portion of that 90% of the cells and charge that 50% up, and it's going to equalize themselves out. So no, you don't need one. I mean, now if you having 2 separate packs, then you can run 2 separate balancers. But this is going to be on 1 pack. That's going to be on my big pack. So it's a 24S. And that's the reason why I got it, because the 24S. Yep. Yeah, Jerry. So that's what I messed up. That's what you said it right on the head. I messed up on this one. That's the reason why I'm doing this right now, because I messed up and I knew better, but I didn't. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, like I'm saying, I'm still learning. So I'm still learning from this stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm nowhere near a battery expert like the rest of the guys. So I'm thinking the Ant BMS. I'm thinking that this was gonna balance my pack. Like I'm saying, it's balanced now from cell 1 to 13. It's balanced, well balanced in 4 volts. But when I added the cell 14, 15, and 16, and then I thought it was gonna balance the cells out. You know what I mean? So I've been looking, and I've been on the app looking, and I was like, well, damn, the voltage is still the same. And I noticed that it was only pulling 20, no, I mean, not even half of an amp, you know, to equalizing current, you know, equalizing the voltage out. So, you know, I'm thinking that if all the cells was in that voltage, you know what I mean, like a millivolt or something each other, it'll do the job just fine, you know what I mean? But when it's way off, it's not going to do it. No, you can't overcharge the battery. No, hell no. So the reason why the only way you can do that, if you have the wrong charger. So if you got an 84 volt charger and you're trying to charge a 60 volt battery, yes, you're going to run into problems. That's why there's a BMS in there, so that won't happen. But if you just got the right charger, 84 volt charger, 84 volt battery, you're not going to worry about it. Because these chargers, those chargers got, you know, they have a regulator in it too, you know what I'm saying? They have a cell voltage cutoff where when it reaches, you know, 84 volts, it's going to cut off just like a 60 volt battery. The fully charged battery that's 67.2 volts. It's going to cut off at 67.2 volts. Now I'm just talking about from experience, not talking about from what other people tell me, just from what I'm doing down there with my kid's bike, with my bike, you know what I mean? Because of the fact that I don't want to tell nobody any misinformation, you know what I'm saying, that what I'm doing. So, but I wouldn't run a battery, to be honest, guys. I wouldn't run another battery without a BMS or an active balancer, just because on the charging side, we're not talking about discharging, but on the charging side, because you're going to set your controller, if you're, so listen, guys, so if you building your pack, so you're building your pack at your house, okay? And you know, I'm gonna tell everybody on these cylinder cells, 21700s, 18650s, I don't know about the rest of them, the LiPo 4 cells or pouch cells, I don't know about them. But I'm gonna tell you something about these. Low voltage cutoff is 2.5 volts, okay? That is the low voltage cutoff. I wouldn't have it set that low, but if you have a 60 volt battery, all right, 16S, no matter what the case, 16S, we're gonna do that. And so you want to your low voltage cutoff, so that way you can set it in the controller. So you got point, let me clear that out. So 2.5, and then times that by 16. Hold on. Times that by 16, that's going to give you 40 volts. So 40 volts in a 60 volt pack is your low voltage cutoff. I wouldn't set it that low. 40. I wouldn't set it that low. I would set it somewhere around about 47, 49. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go that low. Same thing as a 84 volt battery, like 20S. Let me see. Yes. Yeah, they will. You're right. They will. Yeah, and like I say, the cells, hold on. Damn it. But same thing as a 20S. We're gonna get back to that in a minute. So you take a 20S and you times that by 2.5. So our 72 volt battery is a 50 volt. So I like to keep around about 60, 59 volts. I think mine's gonna be set at 57 volts. I don't think I'll be running that low, but I'm gonna keep around my 57 volts. That'll be my low voltage cut off on the controller. But yeah, so cells do well they will charge each other. So when you having, as soon as you put, so say we got 4 cells, four in parallel. Now as soon as you start to put that nickel strip here and the nickel strip at the bottom, now if this cell was 4 volts, this one's like 3.9, this might be 3.7, this might be 4.1 or something like that. You want to sell a Cocoa Biscuit? What's going to happen is these cells will charge each other. They will equalize each other out. So the lowest cell will get the amount of recharge to equalize themselves out. But you don't want to mix. You don't want to mix a 4.0 cell versus to a 2.5. So what's going to happen? Once you put this in parallel, this is going to rush into this cell and try to charge, and it's going to charge that low voltage cell. So same thing with having 2 batteries running in parallel. So it's the same thing, but it's on a much bigger schedule. I mean, not schedule, but it's, much bigger scale, not schedule. So, so if you got 260 volts, both 20 amp hours, you run them in parallel. Then you're going to have like a 40 amp hour pack, but still going to be 60 volts. But you want to make sure that the batteries are charged up very, very almost equal. So that way the high voltage battery won't rush and charge the other battery to equalize the batteries out. You know what I mean? So yeah. Matter of fact, Lee's getting a battery. We already built his 67 battery downstairs. He's getting a 30 amp hour battery that I'm going to be building out of these same cells. And the case down here, I got to start doing that soon. I'm waiting on the BMS, I believe, for that one, because the BMS I ordered is too big. It's too big to go in there. So I had to order a smaller one to actually fit in that. And that way we're going to have HT90. We'll slide it in there, hook everything up to the far drive control, which is going to be mounted on the frame, and then everything else is going to go in place. So I had to, once the stuff gets there, when the stuff gets here, I got to do the wiring and everything, and the secondary battery, and put the wheel on, everything. So yeah, it's going to be good. So yeah, man. So that's what I just wanted to go on with y'all about, is that I really did mess up. I'm fixing it right now in the best way I can, and so that way my daughter can get the maximum discharge or the maximum capacity. Right now, as it sits right now, it is not getting the maximum capacity. Yeah, man. And I appreciate everybody for watching, and for y'all that just came over onto the live stream, that we were just fixing my daughter's bike, and y'all saw this on the video with Jacoy E-bike kid was riding the bike. I thought that it was going to balance itself out, but it didn't. So I'm just back at it again. So I'm working on it. We're gonna, once the cells get done charging up, we're gonna put it back on, bandage it on up, put it back on the bike, and then I let the BMS do its thing, you know what I'm saying? So once it gets in that voltage, the BMS likes, then I don't have to worry about it no more, you know what I'm saying? Also, before I go, guys, so I'll be making these too. I'm gonna try to make them cheap, so that way people can afford them. We're gonna be doing like 40 amps or more. We're gonna be making Halon batteries. So this is a Halon battery I just made for a customer. Okay, so it's look nice. I have to wait on the BMS. I'm going to set the BMS probably somewhere right here, and So about a 40 amp. So, oh yeah, well, I don't know how long that's gonna be though, but yeah. So I got the case. I have the number. I'm gonna put the BMS discharge wire, which is positive. Our negative is right here. So yeah, it look nice. It look nice. So this is gonna be a 60 amp. So it's a 60 amp battery right here. But we're gonna limit to 40 amps. We're gonna limit this to 40 amps. So this is together 4P. So this is a 48 volt 4P battery. It's gonna be 60 amp capable, but through BMS it's gonna be 40 amps. So it's gonna be pretty clean. Yeah, so 20 amp hour. Yeah, thank you, man. So it looks clean. So 19.2 amp hours, I believe what this battery is right here. So we're just waiting on the BMS to get us. So I'm gonna be making these too. So if y'all want one, let me know. I'm trying to make. I'm gonna see how much it all costs for me to make all this stuff. And then yeah, we're gonna try to make. But these are, like I said, these are high performance batteries. These ain't nothing like that's gonna put out like 20, 30 amps. You know what I'm saying? We talking about 40, 50, 60 amps. You know what I mean? So which one? This one? I don't know. The guy paid me about $200 to make this, so it's $200. I mean $250 to make it, because it comes with a charger too. So about $250 to make a decent high power battery. Now I can make them more powerful too now, so a little bit more. We can add some moly cells. We can add some EVE cells. We can whatever you want to do. If you want to keep a low profile e-bike, a sleek e-bike, and y'all want some good power, we can do that. Okay. So that's what I want to do. So yeah. Yeah. So it's not gonna be no $900, no $1,000 for that battery like that. We're gonna be, yeah, that'll push a 2,000 watt, no problem. Yeah. So we're gonna be, yeah. I don't know if a solid state. I gotta figure those out. I gotta look into that too. But yeah, that's gonna be my next build is making those Halon packs. So that way y'all can, you know, say y'all can, you know, put them on your bike. You know, I can probably make as much as 200 amps, you know. You say you want one? Yeah, just let me know, man. And I'll start getting the materials, man. Order, you know, take an order materials, build it on up, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, we can do that. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead. I gotta go down here and check on some other stuff right quick. I will be back later on today on the live session, man, by about 2 or 3 hours. So that way everybody's bike. Yeah, you just email me, man. Email me at my Gmail, and then we can I can set you up with something. You know what I'm saying? Like what kind of cells you want. You know, I can get JP40s, Samsungs. Yeah. So yeah, just let me know what's up, man. Yeah, it's clean. It's a clean setup. Yeah, I like that. And I'm gonna get my supplier is gonna get. We're gonna start getting those batteries like that made for people. And if you want a little more capacity, we don't have to. Let me see. Ooh. Okay, all right, Jerry Jones. Let me know. We'll get you back on that. What's on Tay on 2? Yeah. Let me know. But yeah, if we want a little more capacity, I probably can make a 5P, but we can't use the cell holders. So I can make a 22 or 24 amp hour battery, you know, and something like that. But we'll just do the cell holders right now. Like I said, and we can make 72 as well. So I can get the super short packs too. You know what I mean? I can build a 72 volt battery as well. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, just hit me up though, you know what I'm saying? And it could be out of those cells too. Y'all just want something just to cruise around, little 72 volt, 40 amps, something like this. This put out about 70 amps right here. So, you know, Mike Williams, that outperforming the P45Bs, there's a lot of cells out there that's outperforming the P45Bs. I mean, you got tablet cells. All tablet cells are gonna do that. You got to holler at my boy DIY500amp.com. He'll tell you. But the P45Bs, they're good. I'm gonna tell you now, they're a good sale now. They way better than the P42As. But my new battery is gonna be with the EVE cells, the Eve cells, 50 PL. So, you know, I'm gonna test it out. I might be testing it out this week, and I'll let y'all know how it comes out. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a heavy battery. It's gonna be up on 100 pounds, but you know what it is. It's at the end of the day, man. I'm looking for more range anyway, so it's not gonna really bother me none. But anyways, I'm gonna go right now, man. I gotta do some work, get some stuff started, man, and charge up these e-bike batteries. And E-bike Sleep, email me and I'll send you the link, okay? For the red far driver, I'll send you the link, okay, to the store. But anyway, so that is it for today, guys, on the live stream. I will catch y'all later on today on another live stream. Just stay tuned, and I will be back.